Hi, Linda Bowen here from stampingwithlinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is a faux illusion card using our embossing folder, Woodlands. So I'm sure some of you have seen this technique on Pinterest, but just a fun technique that I wanted to share on my video. And again, what I'm using is that Woodland folder. I am going to be stamping on the side that has the print. So I'm going to open my folder up. I am using the Woodland stamp sets with that beautiful pine, but any tree will work. Also, I've seen it done with deer and cars and anything that you want an illusion that something is behind these trees. So I'm just going to take the trees. Again, I am stamping on the indented side of the folder. I've got those pines. So next what I'm going to do is bring in a piece of soft sky cardstock. This measures 3.5 by 5 3/4, and I'm going to lay it on the folder like so and close it up. I'm going to bring in my Big Shot and my platform. Going to use one tab, clear cutting mat, and my folder. And what is going to happen, because I stamped on the side that is indented down in, it's going to pop the image out, but you won't see those trees. I just think this is the coolest technique. Now you could do this with any folder with flowers, whatever you like. So I'm just pulling that out, and you will see that I have those trees, and the pine trees look like it's behind the trees from the folder. I want that to stand out more, so I'm going to bring in my grit paper, my white craft ink pad. Again, I used the soft sky, and now I'm just going to go over top with my dauber onto those trees because I want those trees to stand out more. Now I could use any classic ink color, so crumb cake or early espresso for my trees. I chose the white because I wanted the birch and I thought it looked more like Christmas or winter scene. I'm just rubbing that down. It's raised up, so easy to get that folder in there. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Early Espresso ink pad, or excuse me, marker, and I'm just going to add a few of the Early Espresso marks on my tree so that it does look like a birch tree. Doesn't have to be every one of them, and it doesn't have to be exact. So I've got that. Next I'm going to bring in the Silent Night. This is part of the Woodland stamp set that comes with the pines that I used. Going to go in and stamp the Silent Night just on a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock, and as you can see I got a little goof up there. Not a problem, because what I intended to do was to rip this rather than to use an even punch. I kind of wanted the look of a whimsical card, so I'm just tearing. Trick when you're tearing, always tear towards you and use your finger as a guide to stop that tearing. So I've got that. Going to bring in some dimensionals and add that to the front of my card. Now this technique, this faux illusion technique, check back with me on Tuesday when I do my creative fold. I have a really fun card to share with you that we did at my recent retreat using this technique in a creative fold. So I've got that. I'm going to bring in a piece of Early Espresso cardstock. This measures 3 3/4 by 5. Bring in a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is our new heavy cardstock. Should have brought my bone folder over. I'm really liking the heavier cardstock, especially when I'm mounting several layers. It doesn't make my card as flimsy. So I'm going to put that, again, standard size card, 5.5 by 8.5. Going to bring in my dazzling details. Going to add that to my tree, my birch tree, just to give some sparkle and glisten like it's winter time. Here in Ohio, it's only the end of October, and already this morning we had some sleety snow. So know that the winter season is soon upon us. So then I'm going to then take that dazzling details and just go along the edge of that torn look. So there you have it, a fun faux illusion card. Remember, check back on Tuesday so I can show you a fun card, create a fold that I did with this technique. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you real soon.